Good morning. We will start session 7 on chapter motion. So we started with some numericals yesterday, children. So again, to understand more and more on these numericals, you have to be thorough with the formulas. You need to be thorough with the SI units first of all here. And there are only 3 formulas. Remember them and you can apply them by just transposing it to RHS and LHS part. So basically, again, I will just recapitulate. A is equal to V minus U by T. V is equal to U plus AT. That also you will do that here. Or it is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Right? These are the 3 equations of motion. Apart from that, what we also know that sometimes we apply speed is equal to distance by time. Apart from this, there are other some numericals when the body is moving in the circular path. So we talk about distance traveled. We have again revised this. Distance traveled is nothing but if a body is at point A and this is point B, the body is traveling in this direction from point A to A. If the body has to reach, so distance traveled is nothing but circumference of circle, correct? 2 pi r. From A to A if it has to travel. If it has to go from A to B, then it is half into circumference of circle, right? That is what we know. This much we know for distance traveled. For displacement, A to A, the body is at A, comes back to A. Whenever the body comes back to the original position, displacement is 0. The body travels from A to B, that means it is the diameter, the length. So this is just a recapitulation of the formulas which we applied. We haven't come across such type of sums. Check for the worked examples or the sums given in the assignment, or we still have some exercise sums to be solved. We will check. But we dealt with these types of sums. Basically, I have seen children, if given, if the data is given, then easily you can solve the sum. But the problem here is you need to read the question, understand what is given. What you have to understand here basically is a body is moving with the velocity. When a body is moving with the velocity, that means that is the initial velocity of the body. The body at rest moves with the velocity if it is given. Body at rest, initial velocity is 0. Moves with the velocity is a final velocity. The body moving with the velocity comes to rest. Body moving with the velocity, U is given, comes to rest, V is 0. So all these things you should know, make a note of it, practice more and more sums, only then you will understand. I will go a bit slow in this chapter because if you understand this thoroughly here, we apply again the similar sums in gravitation chapter further there, where we use, instead of acceleration, we use acceleration due to gravity. So you need to be very perfect in this concept here so that we can use that later. Even there are some numericals in 4th chapter also where hardly 1 or 2 sums we make use of this. But the thing is you need to first understand what is given and what is to be found out. We'll quickly go on to the next one. So yesterday's sum, page number 110, second one we have solved. So we'll solve the next one now. That is third one. A trolley, while going down an inclined plane, has an acceleration of 2 centimeters per second square. So, what we will write here is, first of all, initial acceleration is equal to 2 centimeter per second square. Okay. What will be its velocity after 3 seconds? What will be its velocity after 3 seconds? Now children, here usually we get answer in terms of meters per second square, right? So sometimes I think in my book I have given it in terms of centimeter only, but I want in the notes what I am talking about, but I want you all to make this question in terms of meters per second square, because that's the standard unit, children. What is the standard unit? Kilometer per hour, meters per second. We generally go with this. So we can make a correction in the notebook also what I have given. So let's convert this 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 2 centimeter is equal to how many meter? 2 by 100 meter. Keep it as it is, children. Keep this as 2 by 100 only. Acceleration, right? That is equal to 2 by 100 meters per second square. Or you can say 2 ones are, we'll do it here. 2 ones are 1 by 50 meters per second square. That's better you keep that in meters per second, because time is also in seconds here. What we have to find? We have to find V. It's a direct question. A is equal to V minus U upon T. So A is how much? 1 by 50. V is how much? We have to, okay, before that, U is also not known, right? Read the question now. A trolley while going down an inclined plane. That means a trolley was at rest. That is how we understood. Okay. So V, we have to find minus 0 divided by 3. So V is equal to 3 by 50, or what you can say here is V is equal to 3 by 50 meters per second. You can keep this answer here. It's in terms of meters per second. That's okay, because here U also was in terms of 1 by 50. Children, if you keep that in centimeter, answer will be in the whole number. But what is my thing is, whenever it is in meters, it should be in second. Whenever it is in kilometer, it should be in terms of hour. That's the rule what we follow. Okay. Go with the next one. A car racing, I'll just erase this. A car racing has a uniform acceleration 4 meters per second square. So acceleration is 4 meters per second square. What distance will it cover? What distance will it cover after 10 seconds? After 10 seconds, what distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? That means the body was at rest. Now see what all things you have here. You have A, you have S, you have T, and you have U. S you have to find out. Which formula? First one is ruled out. For second one, you should know V. Why you want to find V unnecessary? That means I can use directly the last one. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So U is 0, 0 into 10 plus half into A is how much? 4. Time is 10 square, 10 into 10. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. So this is 0 as it is. So 10 tens is 100, 100 into 2 is 200 meter. Very simple one. So answer is 200 meter. And the next one. Fifth one. A stone is thrown vertically upwards. So just let's imagine that. So a stone was here. So this is thrown vertically upwards with velocity. That means U is equal to, it is thrown with velocity, or U is equal to 5 meters per second square. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meters per second square in the downward direction. See, now this is a stone, children. If it is thrown with a velocity, say that 5 meters per second. 5 U is equal to 5 meters per second. Since it is traveling up, that means it is going against the gravity. So whenever a body travels against the gravity, acceleration is negative. But if the same question I will change in a different way, a stone is thrown from a top of the terrace, reaches the ground, or a stone which is thrown from the top of the terrace at 58 meters per second square with the acceleration 10 meters per second reaches the ground. The stone is thrown. That means it is going towards the earth, gravity. Towards the earth is towards the G, gravity. Acceleration is positive. This is going against the gravity, so consider acceleration is negative. Always remember in such type of sums, if acceleration is given and if any object is thrown upwards against the gravity, acceleration is negative, children. A free fall, that is the body is falling down, so that time acceleration is plus. We will deal with more and more such type of sums in gravitation chapter, right? Let's understand this much part here. Then what will be the height attained? Now height we are not discussing, but what is that? What will be the height attained by the stone? Nothing but distance of the stone. And how much time will it take to reach there? Now I am throwing this stone. Okay, imagine you are also throwing, along with you your friend is also throwing a stone. Now I throw the stone with a velocity of 5 meters per second. Your friend throws it, just bounce it very lightly. That means my stone will go to a particular height. That is a distance from the ground to that height. Okay. So from there it falls. Till where it reaches, why it has to fall from there? Because it falls, because its velocity will become 0. See, my stone will go up to a particular height. It travels so and so distance, then it comes down. My friend's stone, what will happen is immediately it will go and come down. Why it is coming down? It is definitely coming down because of gravity. But there, the gravity, the velocity becomes 0 when you throw it on top. So when you throw it here, its velocity becomes 0. That is why it comes down. When you roll something on the floor, will it keep on going? With some force you are throwing, right? It will stop after some time. Similarly here, an object which is thrown, the velocity will become 0. That's why it stops. But we can't see that stopping position. Why? Because of gravity they fall down. It comes down. So consider V is 0. Now very simple. Which formula you want to apply? You have to find T and find S. I can use second formula to find S. Then I can use first formula to find T, or second formula to find T using S, right? Let's start with the first one. A is equal to V minus U by T. So acceleration is minus 10 is equal to V is 0. U is 5. T we have to find out. Minus 10 is equal to minus 5 by T. So bring this T here. T is equal to, minus and minus will get cancelled, children. T is equal to half second, or T is equal to 0.5 second. Okay, T value we found out. Now let's find the next one. Shall I erase this? You can have this figure if you want. Which formula we take? Shall we take the second one? V square is equal to U square plus 2ES 0. U is how much? 5 square plus 2 into acceleration is minus 10. What we have to find, by the way? Oh, I'm so sorry. S we have to find here. Substitute here. 0 is equal to 25 minus 20s. Minus 25 is equal to minus 20s. Therefore, S is equal to, minus and minus will get cancelled, 25 by 20. So 5 5s are 5 4s are. S is equal to 5 by 4 meter, or in decimal if you want to write this as S is equal to 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 4 5s are 1.25 meter. Right? This is how you have to calculate. Be very careful in choosing A here. A body which is thrown up, children, always remember if acceleration is given, it has to be minus. Or if we have to find acceleration in such case, acceleration answer will be in minus. Remember this one thing. A body which is thrown down, I mean it's falling down, acceleration is plus. Anything which is thrown against the gravity, acceleration is minus. Anything which is thrown towards the gravity, acceleration is plus. So we complete here the in text question answers. Your blue and pink, whatever questions are given in text, we complete that. Now next what we will do is we'll solve all the worked examples given in the textbook. After worked examples, I will go to the exercise. So I only stopped with these many sums here. That's only because I want you all to practice. So probably the next session it will take a bit longer so that I want to complete more and more sums. But till then you can practice more and more sums so that you will understand how to solve and how to write given.